Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Kim Miller begins now.
And a hotel in Hobart CBD is under inspection after its alarm system failed to notify occupants of a major fire. First responders had a busy night managing that blaze and tending to several other emergencies caused by heavy rain and lightning.
A strike in the night. One of 43,000 to light up the state's skies in just 24 hours.
It was definitely quite unusual. It happens every year or two, that sort of intensity of lightning.
Heavy rain pelting down as a result of humid air being vacuumed into a low pressure system.
The highest rainfall was 55 millimetres, and that was at Mount Boomerang, which is just southwest of Geeveston. Hobart also receiving more than 40 millimetres.
We saw up to 20 millimetres of rain fall within an hour, which is enough to overwhelm stormwater systems and to cause that rapid rise, that flash flood, that temporary water like being held above the stormwater system.
First responders overwhelmed with calls for help, several coming from Zero Davy boutique apartments as fire ripped through its 6 floors.
At this stage, it started in the kitchen on the ground floor. It looks like it could be accidental, but it's still under investigation, so nothing is conclusive. The building's failing fire alarms also under inspection. The evacuation system was not audible. The crews had to go through 60 plus rooms to actually manually evacuate, and at times had to force entry because going through with one set of keys was just too slow.
There was probably about 100 occupants of that building, which Tasmania Police assisted in evacuation. 9 of them receiving medical attention on ground. Tasmania's fire service says it's proud of its crews for an outstanding response during the incident, made even more complex by the weather. And while the worst is over, members of the public can expect showers to continue this evening. Brianna Boylan, 7 Tasmania News.
A 17-year-old P-plater has had their vehicle impounded for 6 months after being caught driving at 185 kilometres an hour in a 110 zone on the Midland Highway at Bridgewater. He will face court at a later date. Meanwhile, a 38-year-old Burnie man will also face court, accused of dangerous driving and evading police on the Bass Highway at Parklands. The Premier insists no decisions have been made on the future of the fire levy. Consultation has begun on potential changes to how it is calculated. State Labor wants more details, concerned local businesses will be slugged more. A Kingborough councillor also frustrated local government is being left to collect it.
We've seen that more recently with the bin tax, the fact that we as a council are being relied on more and more to collect state government taxes.
It's important for the state government to lead a conversation here, so they should be upfront about how much more revenue they're looking to try and generate.
The Premier calling on councils to provide feedback and help develop a new system.
The system we have now is not fair, so we need a fairer system, and that's why we encourage the councils to provide their feedback.
The proposal is available to view on the TFS website. A local manufacturing company is bolstering the country's defence capabilities. It's helping lead Tasmania's growth as a major player within the industry, creating a job boom along the way.
A piece of Tasmania making its way to the battlefield. Local manufacturing company Jabin enlisted to deliver a new fleet of air vehicles.
The Army's new drone program. And we've designed and built the launch and recovery units for that program.
Leading the charge towards more eyes in the sky, making its mark on the next generation of defence capabilities.
There's a lot of components that go together to allow the kind of product to be developed and delivered.
Locking in the Northwest's reputation as a highly sought-after defence manufacturing hub.
Testament to the Northwest Coast and the depth of experience that exists in this area.
Tasmania and Tasmanian advanced manufacturers such as Jabin can play an extraordinary part in our defence efforts' success.
More Tasmanian companies landing big contracts, adding more staff to their books.
We've had up to 65 people on this project over the 2 years it's been running.
That is innovative, hard-working, and really doesn't balk at any opportunity to do great things and new things and employ many Tasmanians.
This armoured deal will take up post with the Australian Army next year. Victoria Easto, 7 Tasmania News.
One of Tasmania's oldest golf clubs has hosted a seminar aimed at getting females into the swing of the sport. Around 20 women and girls taking part in the first Women in Golf Career Showcase at Royal Hobart. The event introducing women to the different career paths available, including roles beyond the fairway. Golf Australia says it's looking to chip away at the sport's stuffy image.
In a sport for the privileged few, really, if we're being really honest about it, we're here to completely change that. Golf is a sport for everybody. Every person can play. There's opportunities for everyone.
Royal Hobart is one of 14 clubs across the state to have signed a charter committing to improving gender equity. Well, visitors to Freycinet National Park's Peninsula Circuit will be better served with new toilets. Parks Minister Nick Duigan announced work has started on the construction of the new facilities. The works, worth over $500,000, is expected to take 3 months to complete. A first quarter blitz and Jordan Crawford masterclass have helped the Jack Jumpers stun the Sydney Kings in the NBL. The dynamic recruit top scoring with 32 points, 20 of which came in the final term, as Tasmania got back to winning ways.
Heartbroken last week, the Jackies were hungry to get back to winning ways. Jack McVeigh getting them off to a fast start.
And McVeigh has started with energy, and Tasmania out of the gates fast.
Sydney were finding points, but the Jack Jumpers' defence was standing tall. 10 first quarter points from Clint Steindl and 36 overall, giving Tasmania a quarter-time lead.
Ooh, Crawford from long range. They can't miss. That's a tough move.
The Kings aren't as good as they are for no reason, getting to work early in the second. Marcus Lee was defending with all his might, while Majuk Deng was putting last week behind him in style. Milton Doyle, meanwhile, was lurking around the key.
Doyle in transition, got it! Oh, come on, Derek. Look at the Jack Jumpers, they are flying right now!
The Jackies 12 points up at the main change. Sydney begun the third, however, in fast form, with an 8-0 run.
Valentine told to push the ball to go!
With Jordan Hunter draining threes for the home side, the Kings slashed the margin to single figures. Tassie able to stem the flow, find points and keep the Kings at bay.
Here's Steindl. Great pass. Pristine ball movement from Tasmania.
With the game on the line early in the fourth, enter Jordan Crawford.
Can load up and go again. Crawford's all alone in the corner. He's hurting them big time. Stepping back. He's unstoppable.
Crawford stunning the Kingdom with 4 3-pointers in a row, taking control of the game. Tasmania king of the castle, silencing the home crowd.
That hurts!
The Jackies winning 105-95, also making history with their highest ever score. John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
Good evening. 20 was the state's top in Hobart today. Launceston 18, 17 in Burnie, Devonport 16. 19 across Smithton, Grove and Ouse, Lowhead 16 and 15 in St Helens. On the close-up shows a mid to high level cloud spiralling clockwise about Tasmania with some shower clouds and a few thunderstorms. Further out, thunderstorms are seen over inland northern Queensland with embedded thunderstorms over WA. Tomorrow, a deep low sits off the east coast of Tasmania. West to southwesterly winds tomorrow 20 to 30 knots, swells up to 4 metres in the west and south and up to 3 metres in the north. A gale warning is current for the far north-west coast and a strong wind warning for Storm Bay, the central north, Flinders Island, the east coast and central west coast. Tomorrow's forecast now: Hobart, a shower or two, Dover, showers easing, Ouse 19. In the north, Launceston reaching 23, mostly sunny in Devonport, Scottsdale partly cloudy. Burnie tomorrow 18, showers in Strawn, Stanley wind easing reaching 18. St Helens partly cloudy and Swansea and Ross expecting a shower or two. Looking ahead to the 3-day forecast now. Tuesday, showers developing about the west in the morning, extending statewide in the afternoon. Wednesday, showers about the west and far south. And Thursday, showers about the west and south, fine elsewhere. Capital cities, 22 and mostly sunny in Perth tomorrow. Melbourne, partly cloudy and 27 and sunny in Sydney. And currently Hobart 14, partly cloudy, Launceston 13 and rain, Devonport 15 and mostly sunny. That's all in weather, Kim.
And that is all your news for this Sunday. Thanks for your company this evening. I'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.